Welcome back to APW Tuesday Night Turbulence. I'm your sole commentator, Hunter, here, commentating our first match of the night, a triple threat elimination match, with the winner getting a guaranteed match at the next APW pay-per-view, Heroes of Tomorrow. We have Scott Smith, Drake Harrison, and Turbo set up to face each other in this matchup. It has been a while since our last APW Tuesday Night Turbulence, but we should be heading back to more of a regular posting time for these fantastical, poorly edited and poorly commentated series of matches. And here we are in the APW arena. Entering first will be Drake Harrison in his first match in an APW ring.
2,000 on thermometers, 2,000 surrounding us, travel 2,000 kilometers to hang out with us. What's up, danger? What's up, danger? Hey, didn't know they doubted us, makes it that more marvelous. Sign them up, cause ominous vibes and I get synonymous. What's up, danger? Hey, don't be a stranger, cause I like high chances that I might lose. I like it all on the edge, just like you. Hey, I like tall buildings so I can leap off of them. I go hard with it, no matter how dark it is. I'm insane, but on my toes. I could keep the world balanced on my nose. I had a slumber party with all my foes. Now I wear them like a badge on all my clothes. If I'm crazy, I'm on my own. If I'm waiting, it's on my phone. If I sound lazy, just ignore my tone, cause I'm always gonna answer when you call my phone. Like, what's up, danger? Like, what's up, danger?
And you see this crowd is ready for this matchup, but entering next will be the American hero Scott Smith in his first APW match as well. And next to enter will be the big man of the matchup, Turbo, in his also first APW match. A lot of debuts in this matchup here tonight.
Father, forgive me. I'm staring at this Bible as I keep glancing. Dear Lord, I got questions and I need answers. Trying to understand your vision, all I see is damage. Just a bunch of dead bodies in the street camping. A bunch of lost souls on their feet standing. We supposed to be your children, I thought we family. You supposed to be my father, bro, I need answers. We don't need to die young, we just need chances. Tired of living on the edge, so we keep scrambling. Trying to talk to these strippers, but they keep dancing. We just want to be number one like Steve Francis. Bow our heads, say a prayer, now the seeds planted. Everywhere I turn, I'm seeing MCs vanish. Lot of good niggas gone, I don't understand it. Lot of families lost and they seeds stranded. I ain't trying to disrespect you, I just need answers. I know you watching us from heaven thinking who to save. Cherry picking who should go next and who should stay. I'd be on my way to heaven if I knew the way. And bring back every good nigga you choose to take. They say you never wrong, but you done made a few mistakes.
And the crowd really ready for this matchup to get underway as we have Harrison, Smith, and Turbo all ready to compete for a spot on Heroes of Tomorrow as Barrick now rings the bell and Turbo the first man to walk up, staring Smith down, taunting him even, and Harrison also taunting on the Turbo. Turbo not liking him, taking down Harrison real quick and trying to get dominance in this matchup, but it looks like Smith and Harrison are going to team up on the big man here, try to get him out of this, as this is elimination before going after each other. Not letting up on the assault, continuing to hit him with maneuver after maneuver, and there's another double team there with a kick to the midsection into a suplex. And Turbo wisely rolling out of the ring, but using the ropes to get up here. But Harrison going for the roll up. 1, 2. Oh, just a 1 count there. Close to a 2 count. Not enough to put him away. And now the taunting exchanges between Smith and Harrison. These two now at odds here, as Turbo now wisely just watching for the outside, trying to pump the crowd up as these two exchange strikes in the center of the ring. There's a knee to the midsection and a forearm to the face, and he gets him up for a snap suplex. And Turbo now getting back into the ring, taking down Scott Smith. Scott Smith being stood back up by Turbo. Irish whip into the corner, and Turbo now grabbing him by the back, throwing him back into that turnbuckle. And the power of Turbo right now. And Harrison now taking the big man off his feet, standing him back up. And there's an Irish whip into the corner. Harrison now with an uppercut there. And the athleticism of Drake Harrison on display there, going for the pin. 1, 2, and a near fall there. Almost 3. We almost saw Turbo eliminated from this matchup, and rolling right out of the way of that. Harrison landing hard on his back, but Turbo now trying to take away the advantage of a abdominal stretch suplex. And Scott Smith crossbody going for the pin. Ref counting 1, 2. So another near fall. Turbo is hanging into this matchup as much as he can. And now it's Scott Smith's turn to take on Turbo, but Turbo reversing the forearm there and getting a strike of his own. No, Scott Smith reversing that, twisting the arm, slamming him down. This is the submission. Is he going to get it? Is Turbo going to tap? Turbo trying to fight with all of his might to get out of it. Harrison now watching, but breaking up the hold. That might be a mistake. We might see that come bite him back in the butt here later in this matchup, but now Harrison yelling and fighting with Smith. Looks like Harrison wants the glory of pinning Turbo for himself. And these two locking up, exchanging strikes again. Turbo still on the ground, slowly getting back up to his feet. There's another Irish whip into the corner. And there's a strike, another strike. Hitting with repeated strikes, putting him up on the top rope. Putting his legs on the outside. And a DDT off the top rope. And Smith rolling out of the ring. Turbo taking down Harrison real quickly, seeing the open advantage here. And he has him up. And he picks him up for a standing, ever so long lasting, stalling suplex. Turbo back up on his feet. Now looking to end things here. This doesn't look good for Harrison here. And Turbo has him up, has him down. Is he going to go for the pinfall? No. Harrison's too close to the ropes, but Scott Smith decided to get in the ring, stomping on Harrison and getting a kick into Turbo's stomach. Now taking on both men at once, trying to keep Harrison down on the ground so he can deal with Turbo. Flipping Turbo over once again. Again, going for the submission maneuver, but Turbo getting his way out of it, knocking Smith off his feet. All three men back in the ring, back up on their feet, and Scott Smith in the middle of everything. And what athleticism is being displayed here by Drake Harrison. Turbo now begging for Scott Smith to get up and taking him down once again. He's picking him up. Thought he was going to go for the pinfall there. Sorry. And Drake Harrison and Turbo now taking turns taking down Scott Smith. Drake Harrison going for the pinfall. 1, 2, and 3, and there goes Scott Smith. It is now just Turbo and Drake Harrison. One of these two men will be going to Heroes of Tomorrow. Going for the cheeky roll up here. 1, 2, and a kick out. 2.5. Almost stole one there. And Harrison off the ropes. Turbo catches him, throwing him back down. Now just taunting Harrison, taking his time here. Harrison back up on his feet, but Turbo slams him right back down, trying to get the crowd pumped up once again. But Harrison's back up on his feet with a strike that doesn't quite connect. Irish whip into the corner. There's an uppercut, followed by an uppercut, followed by an uppercut, followed by an uppercut, followed by an uppercut. And he's gonna Irish whip him into the other corner for another uppercut. Irish whip, and this is just uppercut after uppercut, trying to rip the head off of Turbo. And there's a drop kick. Turbo now down off his feet. Harrison getting all pumped up. He's begging for Turbo to get up. Turbo not complying, so he's going to get him up himself. But Turbo with the reversal there. Not letting... he has him down. Elbow to the back of the head. Irish whip off the ropes. Just picks him up and slams him back down. The absolute power of Turbo on display here as he gets another strike in. And we've seen this move once before, going for the pin. 1, 2, so almost a 3 count. There's the near fall there. Drake Harrison just holding on, but Turbo begging for Harrison to get back up, and he has him by the head, and he lifts him for the standing, stalling ever so long, except for it wasn't that long of a suplex. 1, 2, so almost 3. Once again, Drake Harrison kicking out again, and Turbo has to be thinking, what does he have to do to put Drake Harrison away here? He's arguing with the ref. He's saying that should have been a 3 count, but we all saw it. Bear counted 2. He did not get that 3rd count in. Turbo unable to believe it, and he's just going to go right back on the attack, picking Drake Harrison apart piece by piece. But Drake Harrison with a kick to the midsection, going to try to fight his way back in this, getting a strike there. Missing the next one, but he has a knee to the gut, and he lifts Turbo up, slams him down, going for the pinfall. 1, 2, oh, near fall there too, and Drake Harrison can't believe it. Turbo just kicking out of everything tonight. Drake Harrison going up top on the top ropes, looking for a high risk maneuver, and Turbo gets the knees up. The risk did not pay off. That had to hurt, having knees be driven into your rib cage like that. And Harrison now taunting Turbo, telling him to come on, and Turbo continuing with strike after strike, taking the invitation to come on and do something. Gunshot, and he just takes Drake Harrison right outside of the ring, and Harrison getting right back up onto his feet, a little dazed after that. He did fall. I think his head might have smacked the apron, which is the hardest part of the ring, if you remember. And Turbo now taking this time to just run the ropes, keep himself warmed up in this matchup. Drake Harrison get up onto the apron, and these two just exchanging words as there's a jumping springboard uppercut there. Harrison getting Turbo back up onto his feet, lifting him for a suplex, but Turbo with a knee to the head, getting his way out of it with some wild strikes, most of which are connecting now. And he has Drake Harrison now on a knee, but standing him back up. Irish whip into the corner. Turbo walking over it with a super kick. And now he's on top of Harrison, just trying to pound at the head there, trying to get more damage in as much as he can, not letting Harrison breathe. Now he's trying to keep himself pumped up for this matchup here. The crowd is eating up this match. Irish whip into the corner once again. Going back to the corner and lifting him up to put him on the top there. Putting his legs on the outside. Getting up top. And just... oh my gosh. Did you see the impact that Drake Harrison's body had on the mat there? Throw him back right into the corner. And Turbo, again, taunting Harrison. Going for a strike, but Harrison reverses. Trying to fight back now. A punch to his chest and running double knees, knocking Turbo down off his feet. Turbo resting in the corner, getting his head smashed between Harrison's knees and the turnbuckle. And Harrison now taking this time to give himself a congratulatory dance as he goes up to the top rope once again. We didn't see this work out for him last time, but maybe it'll work out the second time. And Turbo rolls out of the ring, and Harrison still on the top rope there, taunting Turbo. Turbo running himself right back into the ring. backing up, inviting Harrison to try to jump and getting taken right down out of the sky. Going for the pinfall off of that. 1, 2, 3, and Turbo is going to Heroes of Tomorrow in a guaranteed matchup. What that matchup will be, we are not 100% sure, but he is going 100% to Heroes of Tomorrow now. You see some of the highlights of his matchup, and you gotta bet that Drake Harrison is kicking himself for breaking up that submission hold that Scott Smith had onto Turbo. Oh, you gotta congratulate this man for making his way to the APW pay-per-view. We'll now move on to our next matchup where Groundstorm will take on Baron Blade. These two ran into each other on the street one day and decided, hey, let's have a matchup together. Probably because Baron Blade felt bad for how mentally handicapped Groundstorm is. And it's a miracle that Groundstorm can even compete in this business given how incredibly stupid he is. And as you remember, Groundstorm was attacked by his lifelong friend Twist and has now abandoned the colors that the two wore together.
In this house of mine, nothing ever comes without a consequence. And cost, tell me, will the stars align? Will heaven step in? Will it save us from our sin? Will it? Cause this house of mine stands strong. That's the price you pay. Leave behind your heart and cast away. Just another product of today. Rather be the hunter than the prey. And you're standing on the edge, face up, cause you're a natural. I've been in harder.
And entering next is Baron Blade.
We were born for greatness. Somebody sound the alarm. A fire was set in the dark. It's time that you know. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless. We were born for greatness. It doesn't matter if the world is going mad. If we just hold on, if we just hold on, yeah. The sky is falling and the world is going mad. And we sing our songs and we just hold on, yeah.
And this crowd's ready for this matchup to be taken underway as Groundstorm will take on Baron Blade. Barrick calling for the bell. The matchup begins and these two gain straight into striking distance, and Groundstorm grounding Baron Blade real quickly, using his weight to put pressure on the midsection there with a knee to the back of the neck. Baron Blade reversing and getting a strike of his own. Uppercut to Groundstorm. Groundstorm now leaning on the ropes for support. Baron Blade lifting him up and using the ropes as a guillotine, trying to cut off air from Groundstorm, standing Groundstorm back up to his feet, but Groundstorm reversing it with an uppercut, strike to the midsection, and a wild strike there that misses, now crushing him with his weight, and just using his foot just to put pressure on the chin. Baron now falling down, Groundstorm backing up, and just crushing Baron with all of his weight. You gotta realize, Groundstorm's a really big man, weighing quite a few pounds. Again, just crushing Baron Blade under his weight constantly, and now just using his raw strength to lift him up and slam him down. Getting really pumped up, as usually he doesn't do this good against someone. Staying Baron Blade back up to his feet. Irish whip into the corner once again. He figures if it works once, why not do it again? And just throwing Baron Blade shoulder first into the ring post there. And just stomping on him, just smashing Baron's head between his knee and the bottom turnbuckle. Staying Baron Blade back up, just not letting up on the assault. A sidewalk, I was about to say a sidewalk slam there, but that was just a backbreaker. Staying Baron Blade now back up to his feet, going for the Irish whip again, but Baron Blade this time reversing. And again, using Groundstorm's own tactic against him, just using his weight as a weapon. missing the stomp there, but getting a few more stomps onto Groundstorm, just stomping away at his chest, dragging him more central into the ring, kissing to the crowd, bowing before permitting a leg drop, going for the pinfall here. 1, 2, almost a 2 count, but not quite enough damage to put away the big man. Groundstorm now back up to his feet, and these two now exchanging strikes. But Baron Blade grabbing him just so he can get with an uppercut. Groundstorm backing up a little bit from that. Baron Blade keeping up the speed advantage here just to lay strike after strike. Groundstorm's got to pull something here if he wants to turn the tide of this match back into his favor, and he does. And just laying him out with a hard forearm to the chest. There's a stomp to the side of the face. Standing Baron Blade up to his feet. Throwing him right over the ropes. And chucking him back into the ring. Just making him take bump after bump. Going for a pinfall here. And Barrick starting to count 1, 2. And a kick out. About 2.5 there. Baron Blade not quite out of this matchup. And you can see the frustration growing. And he's going up to the second rope there. And just crushing Baron Blade's head with his knees. We might have to get some medical out here to check on Baron Blade. He might be dead after that. Again, crushing him under his own weight. And he's getting really excited here. Looking to put Baron Blade away. And there's that strike of unadulterated autistic rage. You see again, after multiple angles just washed away, Baron just falls and collapses after that, dragging him more central into the ring, going for the pinfall there. And Barrick running, counting 1, 2, 3, and we have a new winner in this match. If that doesn't make quite sense, I'm corpsing on commentary, but that's A-OK. Groundstorm with the victory. As we can see some of the replays from this short, albeit very good match. Congratulations to Groundstorm for gaining the victory in this matchup here tonight. Welcome back after the commercial break there, as we have a women's match tonight, as we have this woman who Omega found online somewhere. I'm pretty sure you probably know where.
Got our pickaxe swinging from side to side, side to side. This task a grueling one, hope to find some diamonds tonight, night, night. Diamonds tonight. Heads up, you hear a sound. Turn around and look up. Total shock fills your body. Oh no, it's you again. I can never.
And the crowd very receptive to her. As next we have entering our women's champion, Sarah Yuri.
Under my skin, I'm drowning the world. Taste my thunder and hear my call. I'm reaching and burning rage in me. It's still not enough for you to plead. At least I know where I stand. Friends don't break your heart, and time doesn't tear you apart. We're gonna pick up the pieces one by one, put them together one at a time. I know I need to put this to bed. Well, ignorance is a gift so
And you see these two ready for the matchup as Barrick now rings the bell. And the me in the center. And Sarah Yuri taking no time at all. Going straight on the attack there. Immediately knocking her down. I think she's looking to end things almost immediately here. And there's a stomp to the knee. Going for the pinfall here. Barrick down on the ground. 1, 2, 3. And that was quick as our APW Women's Champion Sarah Yuri wins this matchup. And we can show you replays of how just incredibly quick this was. Just look at the fiery attack there. Like, this was a blink and you miss it sort of match. And Sarah Yuri coming out as the dominant APW Women's Champion. And now we have a matchup made because Dave England wanted a challenger for his Inception title, so Hill Sexton stepped up to the plate. So this is actually an Inception Championship match. And this is a real treat for everyone at home and everyone in this arena. As you can see, they're being announced to that this is a Inception Championship match. Getting real excited as Hill Sexton makes his debut for the title.
What am I without you now? All I know is that I'm lost without you. So many sleepless nights.
Entering next, we'll have the champion enter, the Dark Kaiser himself, Dave England.
I got 2 letters from you. Last words of the runaway. Your love was written so true. And now I can't speak your name. I face destruction and you just killed me and walked away.
and this crowd extremely excited to see an Inception title match on free television. And you can see the Inception title being displayed right there in graphics for all of you at home. And you have Hill Sexton. Sure, it's his debut, but he answered the open challenge set by Dave England in this corner. And you can just listen to the crowd reception for him. But in the other corner, we have your reigning and defending APW Inception champion, Dave England. And Dave now passing off his title to Barrick for Barrick to show the live crowd what the title looks like, and to make sure that Hill Sexton also knows what the title looks like. Sadly, Barrick does not get as much of a cheer as anyone else, despite being one of the hardest workers in the business. You see Hill Sexton extremely confident for this matchup. Dave England showing up here to do what he does best, and that is beat people up. And two men staring each other down. Dave England incredibly confident, just throwing Hill Sexton down off of him as Hill Sexton goes for a running strike. Dave flattening him out with a clothesline. Now standing him up back to his feet. Irish whip into the corner. Dave England gonna smash him under his weight, but Hill Sexton gets the knees up to the second rope and off the second rope, and doesn't get quite all of it there, but still hits Dave England in the head. As Hill Sexton now getting up after the failed attempt to go off the middle rope there. Keeping the big man off his feet. The smart strategy here. Trying to get pumped up. Trying to get the crowd fired up and behind him. As he looks to try to capture this championship. Wiping some of the spit off and sweat off his face. Going for slap after slap. And now constant strikes. Trying to wear out Dave England. Trying to wear him down here. There's an uppercut there. Now going up top for the high risk maneuver, but Dave catching him, and a buckle bomb there. You can hear the turnbuckle dig into the back of Hill Sexton, and Dave England just looking for the pinfall here, maybe? No, rolling over him with a standing suplex followed right after. Looked like Barrick should have started counting there, as Hill Sexton's both his shoulders were down for a second. And Dave England standing him up, grabbing him, and just power slam right back down. Just the power of Dave England on display, showing everyone why he is the APW Inception champion. Of course, he won the title by beating Drake King at APW Destiny, and now backbreaker after backbreaker, and just tossing Hill Sexton to the side. And now Dave England thinking about trying to end things here soon. And just trying to destroy Hill Sexton's leg. And targeting the head, not letting up on the assault now. Standing Hill Sexton back up to his feet. Punch to the back of the head and just dragging him by the neck. Throwing him over the ropes and onto the floor. And Hill Sexton just laid out on the floor there. You gotta remember, we don't have very much padding. We don't have much of a budget. That's pretty much just painted cardboard. And Hill Sexton back up to his feet as Barrick continues to count. Trying to make sure he can get into the ring safely here. Taking his time. And over the ropes, taking advantage of Dave's taunting with a Hurricanrana there. Standing Dave England back up to his feet. Irish whip into the corner and running. Trying to smash him, but Dave England moves out of the way, and Dave England again with a backbreaker followed by a backbreaker, chucking him to the side. Just the raw strength of Dave England is hard to comprehend. And as he stands, Hill Sexton back up to his feet. Hill Sexton Dave's kick to the midsection, and Hill Sexton's up powerbomb. Again, standing him back up. And just the absolute power of Dave England keeping him in strong control of this matchup. Hill Sexton trying to fight back, but nothing he can do so far has had much effect on Dave. There's a kick to the face though. Going back up to the second rope again, and he finally connects something off the ropes. Going back up again, high risk after high risk maneuver. We're not entirely sure how well this will pay off, but he got it all there. Going for the pinfall now, scaring to a 1. And there's a kick out right after 1. Nowhere near enough damage done to Dave England to get him the Inception title. And Hill Sexton trying to get, hoping that he gets back up to his feet. Enziguri there. And he's thinking about trying to end things here. But Dave England with just a quick elbow, followed by a few quick strikes. Landing hard on that bottom turnbuckle. And Hill Sexton crawling back up. Ooh, a hard chop. And you hear these chop after chop after chop after chop. Chop, 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 chop. And a chop. Oh, wait, there's one more chop in store. Oh, it wasn't a chop. It was just a quick strike to the face. And Hill Sexton back up to his feet, being resilient, not wanting to give up. But I don't think Dave England quite cares if he wants to give up or not. Dave England is going to do what Dave England wants, and what Dave England wants to do is win this matchup and keep his Inception title. 1, 2, 3, and Dave England is still your APW Inception champion after winning that match in incredibly convincing fashion. Dave England continuing to show why he's our APW Inception champion. And you see the replays here. Hill Sexton tried his hardest, but he just couldn't get enough damage on the Dave England to get anywhere close to putting him away. And there's the winning pinfall there. The 1, 2, 3. And we'll have to wonder who's next to challenge for the APW Inception Championship.
Just like a sovereign. I've seen my darkest days. You gave each one to me. I've seen my darkest days. You gave. So clever, whatever. I'm done with these endeavors. Alone I walk the winding way. It's over, no longer. I feel it growing stronger. I live to die another day. Until I fade away. Why give up? Why give in? It's not enough. It never ends. So I will go on until the end. We've become desolate. It's not enough. It never ends. But I will go on until the end.
And this next footage came to us courtesy of the WWE Performance Center, where we found that Joe was murdering Jobber Joe. You know, Jobber Joe, the man who attacked Matt Havoc on the last APW Tuesday Night Turbulence. We're not entirely sure for Joe's reasoning of doing this, but you just see he just tore apart Jobber Joe, slamming him onto ladders, throwing him through that table earlier, and just kept standing him up and just beating him down again after again. See, he just stood him right back up there once again, grabs him by the head, drags him back towards that ladder. just to slam him back down onto the concrete. And poor Jobber Joe, he's just a dude that Joe gave like 20 bucks to go blindside Havoc. And now he's just absolutely murdering him. See, chair strike after chair strike. You hear bones cracking under some of those strikes. And there's that belly-to-belly suplex. And the WWE Performance Center is actually kind of big looking at this. And grabs Jobber Joe by the back of the head. And just over that chair. But he just picks him up and just throws him. Joe just wasn't having any of Jobber Joe's existence. Throwing him into equipment boxes. And the WWE wasn't really quite sure of what to do. They just filmed this because, you know, they need matchups since they don't like putting matches up during, you know, no crowd moments. So they just got a free fight here. And then just targeting the leg there with that chair strike. Targeting the groin area. Jobber Joe rolling over just to get smacked with that chair once again. And again. And Jobber Joe throwing the chair on the back of his neck. And you see there another suplex. His head smacking off the wall there. Jobber Joe just isn't doing that hot anymore. And another belly-to-belly suplex, throwing Jobber Joe again into that cinder block wall. Another one onto the ladder slightly. Again, onto that concrete floor, stomping on his throat, standing him up. And Joe just wasn't having anything. Just continuing to assault him. And we're still not entirely sure why and the reasoning of all this, even going as far as poking him in the eye. And Jobber Joe trying to be brave, trying to take him down, but he just got put to sleep forever. But we're just going to move on to our next matchup here, where we have Mark Young and Alexander Blacksmith against Drake King and your very own APW General Manager, Harpo. Entering first up in this matchup will be Alexander Blacksmith.
Target on my back, lone survivor last. They got me in the sights. No surrender, no trigger, fingers go. Living the dangerous life. Hey, 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 every day when I wake, I'm trying to get up, they're knocking me down. Hey, 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 when I need to be saved, you're making me strong, you're making me stand. Shot like a rocket up into the sky, nothing can stop me tonight. You make me feel invincible, earthquake powerful, just like a tidal wave. You make me brave, you're my titanium fight song, raising up like the roar of victory in a stadium. Who can touch me, 'cause I'm who can stop me tonight? You make me feel invincible. I feel it, invincible. I feel it, invincible. Here we go again, I will not give in. I've got a reason to fight. Every day we choose, we might win or lose. This is the dangerous life. Hey, 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 every day when I wake, they say that I'm gone, they say that they've won. Hey, 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 when I need.
Entering next will be the man with the soccer mom haircut, Omega's cousin, Mark Young.
The secret side of me, I never let you see. I keep it caged, but I can't control it. So stay away from me, the beast is ugly. I feel the rage and I just can't hold it. It's scratching on the walls, in the closet, in the halls. It comes awake and I can't control it. Hiding under the bed, in my body, in my head. Why won't somebody come and save me from this? Make it end. I feel it deep within, it's just beneath My secret side I keep hid under lock and key. I keep it caged, but I can't control it. 'Cause if I let 'em...
And entering next will be their opponents, but the first one of which
I'm the best in the world!
is the best in the world, Drake King, the Sex Demon.
When it all is just way too much, I just don't feel like even getting up or pushing through another godforsaken day. Depression is such a funny fucking thing. If it all ends tonight, if it all ends tonight, I can't stand the thought of life. And if it all ends tonight, if it all ends tonight, I would still at least have my pride. I don't wanna die, but I don't wanna live. Don't get me wrong, this isn't a cry for help. Sometimes I just find myself feeling like shit and feeling worthless. Raise your hand if you've ever felt this. If it all ends tonight, if it all
And Drake King's partner, the APW General Manager and current holder, even though he's not actually the champion of the MWA World Title, Harpo.
I'm just a step away, I'm just a breath away, losing my faith today.
Falling off the edge today.
I am just a man, not superhuman.
I'm not superhuman.
Someone save me from the haze. It's just another war, just another family torn.
Falling from my feet today.
Just a step on the edge, just another day in the world we live. I need a hero to save me now. I need a hero. I need a hero to save my life. A hero will save me.
Just in time.
I've gotta fight today to live another day. Speaking my mind today.
My voice will be heard today.
I've gotta make a stand, but I am just a man.
I'm not superhuman.
My voice will be heard today.
You can definitely see the arrogance of Harpo there in that entrance. But we're set for tag team matchup here as Alexander Blacksmith will start off against Drake King as Barrett calls for the bell. And you can see the size difference between these two. Alexander Blacksmith, one of the biggest men in APW, but Drake King still able to get him down to the ground, standing him right back up onto his feet though, and just taunting him and yelling him in his face. And Blacksmith flattening Drake King there with that hard strike, Irish whip into the corner. And trying to fake out Drake King there, lifting him up and just power bombing him onto the ground, using his bald head as a grabbing point to stand back up, and tagging in Mark Young. And double drop kick. And Mark Young quickly going for the cover here. And Barrett going for the count. 1, 2. And a kick out at 2.5. That this was almost a very quick ending to this matchup here. We'll have to see if they can, if Drake King and Harpo can fight out of this corner. And Mark Young just using his size advantage to just shove Drake King off of him. But Drake King with a single leg drop kick, followed by a kick to the knee. Try to kick the big man off his feet, but Mark Young just using his absolute power to just slam Drake King back down onto the mat. Throw him back into the corner. This is very smart from Young and Blacksmith. Try to keep one man in the ring, keep control of the matchup, just continuously doing damage to one man, tagging in and out to keep both of them fresh. going for the pin quickly here. Barrett going for the count. 1, 2, and again kick out at 2.5. Drake King just holding on. And Alexander Blacksmith does not look happy by this fact. Going for a strike, but Drake King fighting back. Off the ropes. Kick to the midsection. Knees to the midsection. Trying to knock the wind out of Alexander Blacksmith. And there's just a bell clap. Trying to ring his bell. And there's an uppercut. Again, leaning on the ropes for support. Drake King throwing him out. And going for a suicide dive. Knocking Alexander Blacksmith off his feet. And the absolute athleticism of Drake King being on display there. Trying to take control up of this matchup. And you hear the crowd chanting, "This is awesome." Now making the tag to Harpo. Harpo getting the ring with Alexander Blacksmith. Standing Blacksmith up to his feet. And immediately going for the taunt. Showing off more of that brash arrogance. Going for a Harp KO. But Blacksmith immediately countering. Just throwing him right out of the ring. He wants Drake King and he's going to make him know it. DDT. Hangman DDT off the ropes. Drake King now rolling out of the ring. And Harpo just staring at Blacksmith. And Blacksmith off the ropes. Harpo running back into the ring, avoiding the assault. Making Blacksmith think he's going to come out. But just taunting him more and more. Bouncing the ropes, trying to think. Blacksmith trying to get Harpo to jump out at him, but Harpo refusing to do so. Blacksmith taunting Harpo. Kick to the knee. Another kick to the knee. A third kick to the knee, trying to wear it on that man's feet, but Blacksmith just pushing Harpo to the ground, standing him right back up onto his feet. Irish whip into the corner. There's the tag to Mark Young. Again, going right back to that controlling situation, and using the full weight of Mark Young to smash Harpo. And there's a clothesline, but Young and Blacksmith trying to keep it in their control, trying to get more and more damage on their opponents. And Harp KO to Mark Young. Going for the pin now. Right off the Harp KO. Barrick running around. 1, 2, and a near fall there. That was the only damage that Mark Young took in this matchup, so that was nowhere near enough to finally get the 3 count. And Harpo Irish whip into the corner. Throwing him down. And just rolling into just trying to use his weight as a weapon. There's a stomp to the back of the thigh. Harpo going up top. And a backflip in the air. They're going for the pinfall now. Is it going to be enough this time? 1, 2, and there's a kick out right at 1.5. Harpo standing Mark Young back up to his feet. Not letting the damage be let up. But Mark Young catching the leg. Kicking him in the bottom of the knee. Irish whip over to Drake King. Running and smashes Harpo between himself and taking Drake King off the apron maybe. Yet there he is. He picks him up and slams him onto the apron. That's the hardest part of the ring. And Harpo springboard cross body to the outside. I think Mark Young hit his head off the announce table there. This is an incredibly dangerous place to be for Mark Young. He's on the outside with Drake Harrison there. Drake King. There's too many Drakes in APW. And there's a cross body smashing Mark Young between Harpo and the ring apron. That's the hardest part of the ring, remember. And Harpo now going on back onto the apron, resetting the count there. And there's a backflip directly off the apron into Mark Young. Harpo now trying to slowing down the pace of this matchup to a more methodical pace. And there's a hot tag. Alexander Blacksmith coming in, knocking Harpo right off his feet. And again, trying to get more and more damage on the Harpo. Harpo just popping right back up. Power slam. And now Harpo laying down and busted open from the full weight of Alexander Blacksmith being focused directly on his forehead. This is not a good place for Harpo to be in. He's going to need to make the tag here soon. There's a drop kick. And Harpo getting the tag off to Drake King and rolling out of the ring to recover. And Drake King with a knee to the midsection. And a single leg drop kick. Another single leg drop kick. Finally getting the big man off his feet. But he's right back up. And Drake King playing the mind games there, but not working out in his favor. And he's got to be careful there. That's a whole lot of man up there on the top rope. Off the top rope. Rolling out of the way of the elbow drop in the corner. Knocking him down. But he's back up to his feet once again. Hurricanrana. And Drake King in the corner begging for him to get up. And there is a Pele kick. Straight to the back of the neck. And Drake King looking for... I think he's looking for the Goodnight Irene here. And here he goes. But Alexander Blacksmith with the reversal. And now he has Drake King up and down. Getting Drake King back up to his feet. And he's picking him up for what looks to be a pile driver. Alexander Blacksmith moving over, tagging in Mark Young. Mark Young coming right in. And here comes Harpo with another, oh no, not Harp KO, but just a Hurricanrana onto Mark Young, going for a Harp KO onto Alexander Blacksmith. And going for a drop kick to Mark Young in the corner. The ref trying to get Harpo out of here. Mark Young take him down with a strike there. But Drake King with the roll up. Bridged. 1, 2, 3.
Best in the world!
And Drake King and Harpo beat Alexander Blacksmith and Mark Young in this matchup here to end the night of APW Tuesday Night Turbulence. Tune in next time for some more high quality matching and low quality commentating. I've been Hunter, and I wish you all a good night.
See where you coming from, but I know just what you running from. And what matters ain't the who's baddest, but the ones who stop you